এদিকে যাওয়া যাবে এদিকে মানে তো ফাহাদ আমার কথা কি ক্লিয়ার শোনা যাইতেছে আগের ফ্যানের সাউন্ড বা আশেপাশে কোনো নয়েজ টয়েস আছে ক্লিয়ার আছে কথা
Oh, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Against Brazil! Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. So that's got things underway. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Yeah, Koke. He's the kind of midfield player who can do a bit of everything. He's got wonderful technical ability, but also boundless energy and enthusiasm. If things start drifting away from this team at any point, they can rely on him to take things by the...
Takes a shot! Whistle's
I
gone,
don't
and the
know
referee
how
has
it's
given a
Huh?
penalty. Brazil really could have done without
penalty
this.
করলো তো
This
ফোনের
to make
প্রবলেম
it 1-0.
কিসের সাউন্ড লো লাগতেছে
Just one winner. Not much more than a formality.
That's calm for you. Nothing is going to distract you.
So the game's first significant moments, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. It's Bebeto. Now it's Torres. He's going for goal! Oh,
Hello.
that is beyond special! A worldie and a half! About as smooth as it gets! That is remarkable! All square in a matter of moments!
Well, going behind has simply triggered a collective determination to hit back, and they merit nothing less.
You just know there is no stopping that.
Well, Peter, it would have taken something incredible for the keeper to keep that one out. It was absolutely spanked.
It's starting to look
ও
very
আচ্ছা
interesting,
তোর
this.
এগুলো রান মিস করো না
Such a
বেশি
big
করো
goal,
না
Peter. Just when the opposition thought they could turn the screw, they're back to square one again. The manager will be absolutely delighted with such a response.
Well, that pass isn't the best. That was not ball well. And here's Neymar. And this is Torres. And the finish! And he's straight offside. Still very early doors,
আমার
but it
ভয়েস
is a
এখনো কি
closely
ক্লিয়ার নাই
contested affair.
ফোনের সাউন্ড কম নাকি আমার
In towards the back stick. And it's safely in the keeper's hands. That's really well manoeuvred. Can he get it through?
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
কিসের সাউন্ড কম তো ঠিক আছে বুঝলাম কিসের সাউন্ড কম গেমের সাউন্ড কম নাকি কথার সাউন্ড কম
Conte. He's He's going to be disappointed with that. Changes him with that
Oh,
pass.
really well played.
He's got away. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside.
এখন এখন ঠিক আছে।
Look at the space here. Rijkaard aims beyond the defence.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Well, they've got it back in a hurry.
আরে
Spread to the right. Oh, no joy this time. Costa Curta. Rijkaard. Looking to pass their way up the pitch.
That's positional gold. The utilisation of space.
Howson clears it away. And it's Koke.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
Bebeto.
Now, who's going to be first to this? Well, that is commitment to the cause.
এখন ঠিক আছে সাউন্ড। কমেন্টারি আরে ক্লিয়ার কন্ট্রোল খারাপ দেখি।
Substitution for Barcelona. Number 5.
This possibly the last play of the half.
Number 17. Number 23. Fitz. Coming on the field. Number 14. Ryan Shaki. Number 7.
He's having a pop!
Number 18.
এখন ঠিক আছে।
Messi.
And he thumps it clear. Oh, and that is a thrilling end to the first 45. So it's all square. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying.
And a quick reminder
Gone
today.
toe-to-toe for those 45 minutes, and at half-time the score is 1-1.
Parking provided by the club or any other paid parking facilities in the area.
So we're into the second 45. Lovely pass, but can he... Torres! Now it's Neymar. Nicely weighted ball.
Barcelona genuinely seem like a side that's confident with the quality they have out wide. They certainly like their little intricate combinations and link-ups.
Well, that's the impression I'm getting.
Yeah, I think you'll want to make sure you give the opposition a different look with each attack, variation, unpredictability. You know, that's always key to success.
Pass somewhat off target. Cannavaro. Bastoni. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. He's through here.
হ্যাঁ
The danger is averted. Kvaratskhelia providing an outlet on that flank.
কত দিচ্ছে মরিনহো কথা শুনলো আর কি।
Cannavaro defending his corner stolidly. Stood up very well to his man.
তোমার যে প্লেয়ারগুলো তো
Neymar. Schuller promptly onto that, and that is that. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Bebeto.
What is that?
Ambitious ball here. That's the keeper's ball. And the assistant
বল
referee
একটা
has his
বলে
flag raised for
প্লেয়ারগুলো
offside.
বুঝি না আমি কাহিনী কি রিসিভ করতে পারে না পাস দিতে পারে না ওয়ান টাচ পাস খেলতে পারে না স্কিল আছে ওয়ান টাচ পাসে তো
And
পাস
that has
ঠিক
left
বলে
him in
দেয়
a
না।
heap. Intercepts the throw. That's well read. It's a pretty loose pass.
কি আচ্ছা তাহলে তো কি
The most
করলো
accurate pass.
রান না করে পিছে রান করতেছে।
Koke. Well, that looks a decent ball. Can he latch? Oh, what a mistake! Closing in on the last quarter of an hour.
হ্যাঁ, যেটা জাভি আলোনসো থেকে করছিলাম আমরা।
Kvaratskhelia.
জাভি আলোনসো বুন্দেসলিগা
Gone
কাপে
all the
আসছিল।
way through to the keeper.
Well, you just love the level of intensity here.
কোনো লাভ হয়নি।
Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
Kvaratskhelia.
ডিফেন্সগুলো
Looking for the run. Shot could be on.
আল্লাহর খেলা বলতেছে, ডিফেন্সগুলো কই গো জিততেছে।
Oh, Barcelona! And they've got their lead back.
আছে আছে
Yeah,
অন্তত
to see
স্কিল
it
আছে,
unfold
তুইও
as
আছে।
succinctly as that, it looks telepathic.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
You have to credit the desire we've just seen here, Peter, the desire to stick to your task and keep on chipping away. Some might have backed off, but not this lot. This is very impressive.
Now it's Messi.
আর বল নিতে জানা রে ভাই।
That's going wide left. And he cuts out the supply.
হ্যাঁ,
That is ended up in no man's land. Drogba.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
And the referee brings it to a close. Well, this was a game they could so easily have won on another day, but alas, that wasn't to be, and they go down by the odd goal. So there it is. What struck you most about that?
Well, Peter,
গেমে কি আবার এই দেখি
The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest.
Against Brazil.
Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. There's the whistle, and here we go. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Well, Guardiola, Tito.
And Shevchenko! And it's hit the woodwork and out! Olise. Oh, good spread. Flings it across. Gabriel is there and he can get that clear.
Right up.
Conte really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Oh, that's a key interception. Ronaldinho has the space for scheme. This is Messi! Goal! Barcelona! Barcelona are in front!
After.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other. And it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly have time to even react. And there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. And this is Forlan. Forlan. Oh, that is asking for trouble. He's picked his way. Big chance! And a neat finish. They're level in a trice.
Well, that's so refreshing. They went a goal down, and you never would have guessed it. Their reaction has been emphatic.
Speed of thoughts, efficiency of movement, and certainty of outcome.
Way too good, Tito. Too good.
Chance! Goal! Brazil! And the comeback is complete! And that really is so impressive.
Oh, that's wonderful to see. The run was explosive. The finish, exquisite.
Brazil have their lead.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
His
Ama
teammates are really
player square
admiring
vision
that.
की तरह
They
बुझ रहा
have
हूँ.
a right to be.
Oh, that's a vigorous challenge. That's put play to the danger. Now that looks a decent ball. Ronaldinho proves just a little bit too strong. Olise, given the lift of his goal. Olise. Space for him to turn and look. And it's Forlan. Looking for options for movement.
Border.
Half-time coming up, and little doubt as to which of the two sides is the happier. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Barcelona clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Oh, that's... He leaps for it! And again! And it's in! They are purring! Truly purring! And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Such good movement. Some players have that natural ability to be in the right place at the right time. We've just seen the perfect example.
Brazil go up by 2, and the referee says that that is that for the first half.
Well, it's hard to say whether a 2-goal advantage under these circumstances is decisive or not, but so far, haven't really seen enough to indicate that the opposition can come out in the second half and improve to that degree.
Brazil largely
It's a
dominant.
pass dilam
Up by
back
2
play.
at the break. The scoreline 3-1. The second half is up and running. That's really well manoeuvred.
Police
Nicely
এটা কি
weighted
করলো?
ball. And he cuts out the supply. Oh, they could be caught out here. Zielinski. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Vardiol. That's an imaginative pass. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside.
Substitution
The manager
taking
can make a
place.
change for the first time in the game here.
Well, this could be a bit of a nightmare scenario for the defence, as you're going to be facing a very willing runner now, especially one that likes to make those runs beyond the defensive line.
Floated through. And that's a dangerous ball.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
It's a sharp pass. And he welcomes it in. Oh, he's burst through. He's in, chance for a shot! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. Up by
Torres.
3. They have their boots on the throats of their foes. That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
Well, from the moment he got involved, he looked as if he'd go all the way. Terrific.
And in a trice, the substitute has scored already.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
So now the difference is 3. And here's Messi. That's a risky ball, you've got to say. Ferran Torres. Brazil are, of course, in a position to... Oh no, what has happened here? And this is Neymar. Oh no, this does not look good.
বলের দিকে দৌড়ায় না প্লেয়ার এগুলো, বলের দিকে কেন দৌড়ায় না বুঝি না।
Now, can they get him away? Neymar is flagged offside. Shevchenko. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Neymar currently being consciously targeted.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff out the threat now to turn into indiscipline.
Olise. Ferran Torres has it in a wide position. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. Pass somewhat off target. Guendouzi. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Keep the ball and you win the game. It really is that simple.
There will be 3 minutes at a time.
Oh, he's bustling through here. Aims beyond the defence. Gabriel touches it back. And that will be the final act. They are pumped. Boy, they're pumped. A tough win, earned through the power of will, and this place is bouncing. So, Jim, how do you reflect on?
রিটার্ন না আমার স্টপে দিচ্ছে। হ্যাঁ, একটা আইডিয়া আছে তো ওটা তো দিচ্ছে না। এটা থার্ড আইডি কেন দিচ্ছে না? দেওয়ার মতো কিছু নেই। তো এরকম প্লেয়ার নাই আইডিতে। দেখি ডিভিশন কিনে যেতে পারি কিনা।
Oh, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it.
Yo guys,
There's the whistle, and here we go. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Well, Peter, it would have...
Here's a chance! Now, who's going to be first to this?
And he was there to get a vital touch. Ronaldinho is offering a right smile there. Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Bastoni getting this one clear. And the shot! Not a bad try by any means.
Well, he looks a little annoyed with himself, Peter, but he hit it well enough.
Exhibitor.
And here's Thuram. And reclaimed it in a trice. Right card. Now, can they get him away? Ritchie. Nicely weighted ball. Real chance! Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
That's good running. It makes life so much easier when you have people who are willing to go beyond the defence like that.
Picture.
Oh, easy pickings there. Now that's well seen too. Conte. Great vision. Now it's Forlan. Now this could be a chance. Olise!
Always say.
Fantastic from Olise! That is a gem! An absolute gem! And Brazil take the lead. Well, no goalkeeper would keep that out. It really was a bullet.
I think it was probably past the keeper before he even saw it. Incredible he got so much power with so little backlift.
You felt it was coming. 1-0.
Well, I guess this ought to make things interesting, Peter. No doubt the opposition will now be forced to play a more open and riskier game.
Picture.
Forlan showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Now it's Forlan. There's the shot! He's got a goal!
Bastoni
They
ki
are purring, truly
Bastoni ki
purring.
bana diyor.
Well, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
আমার মনে হয় পুরানো জায়গায় বাস্তনিকে খেলাটা ভালো হবে।
Focused at all times. Any lapse in concentration, voila.
Brazil are now luxuriating in a 2-goal lead.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team.
It's Neymar!
Extra time.
Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stops.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside.
Picture. এটা কি করলো?
Bastoni calmly anticipates. Zielinski. Brandt looking to receive it in space. And it's Ritchie. Looking to play him in. Donnarumma needs a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Played into space. Chouameni. Camavinga wants to run onto this. Camavinga! And he has kept it out somehow.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
It's their second corner of the game.
Has been indicated.
Oh, denied brilliantly.
Camavinga clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
And that signals the end of the first period. What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
Brazil clearly have plenty of cause to be happy, Peter, but they'll need to resist the temptation to just sit on the lead second half. The opposition will be doing their utmost to try and get back into this, so they have to be alert.
Brazil firmly in control at the break. 2-0 the scoreline. So off we go again. Brandt. Thuram receives it in a good position here. He's cut it out. Here's a man who his teammates can look to in
রাইট
all
সাইডে এটা যে কি
times.
করতেছে আমি বুঝে
He's
উঠতেছি না
having a hit!
বারবার নিচে নামে দিচ্ছে বারবার নিচে
Oh,
নামে
that
দিচ্ছে
was
বারবার
a
নিচে নামে দিচ্ছে
brilliant save.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
So, third quarter of the game. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. He's a sharp little ball here. Brazil are looking to go. Takes a shot! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
I just wonder what was on his mind there. Should have put his foot right through it.
Howson gets across to intercept that. Brazil with this handy-looking 2-0 lead. They are looking
আবার
comfortable.
করলাম
Howson. Looking for options, for movements. That's the keeper's ball. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Terengganu clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Oh, that's a foul, and the whistle's gone. Oh, no messing about, it is red. There is concern on the faces of the players standing around him here. Well, no question, Jim, the referee has seen that as a professional foul.
Well, he had a decision to make, Peter, and it's worked out badly.
Coming on the field is number 21, Mbappe.
নেওয়ার ইঙ্গিত করে দিয়েছি গুণে গেলাম
This certainly looks appetising, well within shooting range. Looking to widen the gap even further here. Olise! That's a fair try, but just off target.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target.
That pass isn't the best. And the pass is intercepted. Aimed beyond the defence. Corner number 4 coming up here. That's a decent clearance. And sudden chance to counter. Rooney has it in a wide position. He's shifting through the gears here. And that has been cleared. And there's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Camavinga, well, that looks a decent ball. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Hits it back promptly. And a chance! It's off target and by quite a way.
I think that's just more proof that this team is very comfortable playing on the break. They're really
Number
swift.
2, Alex Grimaldo. Coming on to replace him is number 27, Serginho.
Tries to pass it through. Ferran Torres! Serginho can clear it away. Knocks it into space. Goes for goal! And that's definitely not his best. Now it's Ferran Torres. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Look at the space here. They're urging him to shoot. And he has been fouled there. Yellow or red? It is red. Well, there may be some scope for debate over the seriousness of the offence, but none over its repercussions. They'll have to see out the rest of the game with 10 men.
There will be 5 minutes added time.
The most accurate pass. Van Dijk cuts it out. Now it's Mbappe. Rijkaard. Now it's Olise. That's an imaginative pass. Now the... And the finish! And with that, the end. And so they have the outcome they desire. A dose of reality and...
খাইলে মোবাইলের উপর দিন দিতে হবে।
This is where they want to be, one small step away from greatness. Win today, and they will be up there amongst the elite. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. And we're underway. Brazil need all the support they can get here. To say this is crucial, would be to understate massively. Well, there's the man we're all here to see, the thriller-minute Neymar. He really does turn every game into a showbiz occasion. So I wonder, Jim, what is in today's show?
Well, plenty, we hope, Peter. Being the kind of player who likes to take it upon himself to win, whether it's his vision and creativity or being more direct and providing a threat up front, we're bound to see something special, I hope.
Because we always have in the past.
Indeed.
Well read, nice interception. And here's Kante. He's in a great position. Tries a shot! It's loose now, they want to get
Oh,
it back.
blitz not working.
Oh, he's been caught napping. Oh, that's fabulous. Has a look up and delivers. He's trying his best to keep it in play here. Traoré. Doué. That's destined for the flank. Can he spark a counter here? He is through here. Lovely feet. If you have just joined us, well, you've missed no goals. Cannavaro did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Oh, that's superb. Now it's Olise. Played out towards the right wing. Belletti. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Neymar. Doué. He's picked his way through. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other.
I'm struggling to work out whether that was brave or a bit stupid. Maybe both, actually. Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Oh, he's got that all wrong, and it's a penalty. So a big chance now from 12 yards. So perhaps now the breakthrough.
Olise, can you make it? Yes.
1-0, just one winner. A time for a cool head, and that is precisely what he showed.
Well, I'm not sure what body language the keeper was trying to read, but it didn't work.
Brazil have their opener. It is a goal of real success. And it's hit the woodwork and out. He's got away. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. And here's Shevchenko. Now it's Neymar. Has another go! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Olise. And this is for
1 minute added time.
And the whistle's
Offside
gone,
goal.
presumably for offside.
1v1 again.
And it's Shevchenko. And that is the end of the first half. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff.
Well, I don't mind admitting I wasn't expecting that. Still, I'm not complaining about a very good match with a surprising scoreline. Just don't ask me for a prediction, please.
Brazil with the game's only breakthrough. It's 1-0. The second half is up and running. Brazil leading courtesy of the game's only goal. That's a little off target. Tries to play it through, and this is Forlan. Shapes to shoot! Oh, that wasn't far away.
Okay, wait.
Brazil with the corner, they're first. Getting up there! Went with his head, but couldn't steer it in.
Hello everyone. If you are new to the channel, please subscribe and
He's in a good position here. That's a
Just
lovely
like the
deep
video.
pass.
Forlan really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Olise, and he can thump it away. Conte bops him off in and wins back the ball.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to go.
And Shevchenko, good running, strong and purposeful. Dragan Shevchenko! That has earned a reprieve for the time being.
Chelsea really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
And he's being shifted off it. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Not the best distribution from the keeper. Nicked it back promptly. Belletti. Now it's Olise. Marquinhos cuts it out. Played into space. No way through there. Now it's Neymar. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Now it's Neymar. Oh, he's bustling through here. No, he wasn't being taken in by that trickery.
Brazil surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
Brazil leading then, courtesy of the goal scored late in the first half here. 1-0 the score. Now it's Neymar. And he's managed to get free. Now can Neymar! And it's in!
Okay.
2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
Oh, that's wonderful to see. The run was explosive, the finish exquisite.
So that's 2 now without reply.
Well, that's pretty much sealed it now, and surely, Peter, we're not going to see any complacency after that. Oh, that's a cracking ball. Too quick for defence and keeper.
That had too much on it.
Two
Oh,
athletes
this looks
have
sharp.
been indicated.
Messi.
Oh, great feet, that.
And he is deftly away. And that will be it. A win, a triumph, a time to crank up the music, charge the glass. This is going to be quite a party. Olise voted man of the match, and deservedly so.
Today, that parking in the area around the stadium.
আর না এখানে 1v1 খেলবো তো একজনের সাথে ওর কোড দিয়ে নিয়েছি 1541 8316
Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and here with me in the commentary box, I'm glad to report, is Jim Beglin.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Drury, and hello to everyone.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. We're up and running then. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Tries to play it through. Forlan is onto this. He's had a shot! What a wonderful goal!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
A momentary lapse, mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Welcome to the reality of modern football, Peter. You get pressed from the front and you have no time on the ball whatsoever. You can't afford to switch off for a moment.
So, a breakthrough already. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Kukcu. Brazil leading here thanks to that early goal. 1-0 the score. Haaland! Not a bad try by any means.
Haaland certainly knows that he's missed a real chance there, but he can't dwell on that. He needs to pick himself up and move on.
And he's had it nicked away. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. De Bruyne. And it's Davids. De Bruyne. And the shot! And it's in!
Okay.
Got it! They have their equaliser!
Well, you have to credit the desire there. These boys knew they were in a battle, and they did exactly what was needed to get back into it. That's going to make the boss just a little happy now. Well, I don't want to be overly harsh on the defensive side of things here, Peter, but the build-up was so slick and executed with such quality, it made life just that bit too difficult for them.
We're looking at a different game now.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
He has a look up.
Well, that was well positioned and well pitched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Kukcu. And that is not getting there. Shapes to shoot!
ক্লিয়ার না করিয়া রে
Deep finish!
আসি দেখি বলে আমি
And the game is well and truly turned on its head. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find it.
He's having a hit! And the keeper has reacted
Hello, bro.
superbly there.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Nicely shaped ball. That's been cut out, well played. It's a little off target. You see?
Minutes added time.
He's seen that early.
ওইটা
Used a certain sixth sense. Now then, the ball's come loose. Quick look at his watch, and the referee whistles for half-time. Well, score at half-time, a fair reflection of things overall, you'd have to say that. There was
Well,
certainly
bro,
no
you
doubt
came into the
over on
penalty
Weber in the
first
first half.
five.
I'm afraid to tell you that we
Um,
Reached the halfway point.
Well, I
Don't
can tell you
forget
it's
to
been
like the
absolutely
video.
fantastic watch, Peter. I wish I could come here every week. It's been wonderfully open, wonderfully tense, and beautifully unpredictable
number
now.
21.
Well, that is the first half done, and we are ready for what follows in a second.
Lautaro Martinez.
Hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half.
Beckenbauer.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the
Jaga.
balance of your team. I mean,
Then Jaga
you
bayre.
want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Kukcu is always scanning the pitch for targets. Musiala is offering some sort of an apology there.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Well, they are still trailing, and they require a change of fortune pretty sharpish. Now it's Haaland.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Conte. Now it's Forlan. This looks promising. So much time and space here. That's a bad place to challenge. What's he giving? And that is a huge moment in the context of the game. And no surprise, that's a booking. Well, no question, Jim, the referee has seen that as a professional foul.
Well, it's never nice to see something like that, is it? But that's what it says in the letter of the law. He's got to go.
So this to pull level. And he scores! Back in business! A time for a cool head, and that is precisely what he showed.
I just think the keeper committed himself too early.
নেইমার আবার ইনজুর বলে কি একটা জিনিস
Substitution on the field. Number 22.
So we have movement on both benches. So a couple of front-footed alterations here. A pair of forwards entering the field.
Well, it looks like he's playing his trump cards. That'll inject a lot of energy up front.
Brazil drag themselves back again.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter, when you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing. The outcome should all come down to finishing.
Not the most accurate pass. Brazil still have the cards to affect this game. Gattuso, oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. The less said about that pass, the better. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. That pass has been well intercepted. Divison. Gattuso is one of those players who's known for reading the game better than anyone. Looking to play him in.
Manchester
Can't
really
be
can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be
please
fully
guys, if you're
deserved.
new to the channel, please subscribe the channel and like the video.
Still anyone's game this. One moment could decide it.
Listen, the fans haven't given up on this by any means. They still believe it can be won.
And we have our very first corner. Tries to get it clear. Oh, it's come loose.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Musiala really struggling to influence the game.
They're just trying to negate his influence, and it looks like whatever it takes.
Oh, he's been caught on it here. Intercepts the throw. That's well read. Added time going up here, it's 3 minutes. 90 minutes done then, but that is not the end of it. So still inseparable. What are you thinking, Jim?
Well, I think many on that pitch were ready for the final whistle to come, so let's hope that there's still plenty of energy about.
A little lost today. Please
No
look at
winner
the
after
score
90 minutes,
on how to
another
find your way
30
over
minutes,
stage.
hopefully to make a difference.
Substitution.
Into extra time we go. Here's a man adored by many, even deified by some. Getting up there! Through! Oh, that has got to be it! This has to be it! It was wonderfully efficient.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping
भाई
sight of the
पास्ता
ball.
देना था भाई
Made a classic move and made it perfectly.
And that means just one thing, match ball.
Well, he's been on a crusade, and his first goal seemed to just whet the appetite.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
Tries to pass it through. He's through here. Oh, look at the space here. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. He's in a good... And Martinez! And that is an energetic end to the first period of extra time. The teams then separated by just one significant moment. How telling will that be? The next 15 minutes will decide.
Substitutions taking place.
And we're off for the final time. This really has been thrilling. Both sides going at it. And now for the final act. Oh, important interception. Gattuso. And it's Musial. Cannavaro gets over and intercepts. Now it's Ferran Torres. Nicely weighted ball.
he was
Let's make
delayed
sure that's not getting through. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Now it's Haaland. Now, can they get him away? And that could send him on his way. And that's gone all the way through to the keeper.
Manchester nearly finished it off there, but now it's a case of waiting for the whistle.
Beck. And time is up. Brazil can look back at this result with regret. A front foot start, but they were ultimately made to pay for their inability to kill it off.